what appears to be the first high-resolution picture of a prototype navalized derivative of the Chinese Shenyang J-35 stealth fighter, also often referred to as the FC-31, has emerged online, as seen at the top of this story. A number of interesting details about the aircraft, which wears the serial number 35003 and a grey tactical paint scheme with subdued national insignia, along with other markings, are visible in the images, including with regard to its canopy and engines. Though the development of this aircraft had been long rumored, especially as China's fleet of aircraft carriers continues to grow, the first reliable shots of it in flight, as well as on the ground, had only emerged late last year. All of those images, which showed the plane in a turquoise primer paint scheme, were low resolution. The image we now have offers much better views of the aircraft and its features. Reportedly the second flying prototype, and the third in all, the jet's new paint job and other markings, including what may be a flying shark logo similar to ones seen on People's Liberation Army Navy Place AN. J-15 carrier-based fighter jets, point to steady progress in its development in the past few months and further confirm its intended naval role. For one, we can now see that the F-35-like front opening, internally bowed canopy has an integral bulkhead at the rear. This is broadly similar to the rear canopy configuration found on the A and C variants of Lockheed Martin's F-35 Joint Strike Fighter, and all but certainly appears to have at least been influenced by the design of these American jets. The rear of the F-35B's canopy lacks the bulkhead. Neither of the F-35 canopy arrangements, nor the J-35's canopy design, offer any direct rearward visibility to the pilot. The J-35's canopy is also less severely bubbled, and blends more evenly with the airframe towards its rear in a similar fashion to what's found on the F-35B, as we pointed out in our initial analysis. The Chinese decision to go with this canopy design was already curious given that the reason for the F-35's canopy configuration is at least partially a design compromise directly linked to the need to accommodate the lift fan and other associated unique elements found on the short takeoff and vertical landing STOVL capable B variant. To date, there is no indication that a STOVL version of the J-35, or the preceding FC-31, is in the works. This, in turn, has only raised questions about why the navalized Chinese jet has this configuration with no apparent need for the visibility and other design penalties that come along with it. The other particularly noticeable details in the new images of the J-35 are its engines, which have pronounced serrated exhaust nozzles and rear fuselage cowlings. This may be one of, if not the first look at the new WS-21s that reportedly power this jet. The WS-21, also sometimes referred to as the WS-13X, is a further improved variant or derivative of the WS-13E, which itself was a more powerful afterburning version of that domestic design. The second FC-31 prototype reportedly features WS-13S in place of the Russian-made Road 93s found on the first example. The WS-13 series is similar in both form and performance to the Road 93. A report from the Chinese state-operated CCTV television network in June appeared to indicate that the J-35 equipped with WS-21 engines would make a formal appearance at this year's Zhuhai Air Show, which is scheduled for November. Zhuhai, which typically takes place during even years, is China's premier aviation trade show, and often sees the public debut of new and advanced designs.